So now discussing about present value. Present value is nothing but future value by 1 plus r whole power, and this is called discounting. This is called discounting. Discounting is nothing but when you divide something, the value decreases. When you multiply, the value increases. Okay. For example, 4 into 2 is 8, but 4 by 2 is 2. So when you multiply 2 with 4, it becomes 8. When you divide 4 with 2, it becomes 2. So this you should understand. So present value, if you want to find out, then you need to discount your future value. Okay. So present value is nothing but 1,10,000 was your future value at the end of the year. Divide by 1 plus 0.10 whole power 1. So 1,10,000 divide by 1.10 will give you 1 lakh. So you got the present value 1 lakh? Yes? Yes, you got the present value 1 lakh. So I want to explain you something that when you multiply, it is in that case you are finding out the future value. When you are multiplying your present value with the rate upon number of that means whole power number of years, you are getting the value after a number of years of something which you hold right now. Right now I have 1 lakh. After 1 year, my value is increasing to 1,10,000. It is increasing because something is getting added to my 1 lakh. My 1 lakh is increasing and it is becoming 1,10,000 at the rate of 10%. My 1 lakh is growing at the rate of 10% and it is becoming 1,10,000 at the end of the year. After 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years also you can find out. Okay. So this is what is the formula which will give you the answer for future value. And if you want to find out the present value, suppose you have been given some amount, 1,50,000 at the rate of 10%. Every year you are earning 10% interest on some amount, which so that after 5 years, after 5 years, suppose you had 1 lakh rupees with you at the in the beginning. Suppose you had 1 lakh rupees with you in the beginning, and after 5 years it has become 1,50,000 at the rate of 10%. Now someone asks you to find out the present value. How will you find out the present value? 1,50,000, which is the amount after 5 years, whole divided by 1 plus 0.10 whole power 5. Okay, because this amount is for 5 years, so you need to find out for the current year. So this was for 1 year, so n becomes 1. If it is 5 years, n becomes 5. Okay, that's what. So these are the things you should understand. Now taking this formula as base, what I want to explain to you is, just concentrate. So taking this particular present value and future value concept into consideration, I want to explain you some formula which you need to follow. Just I am writing the formula. Make a note of it. Results on population. You are very well aware that India's population is increasing like anything. Am I right? So now the formula goes in this way. Let so what I was explaining to you is results on population. So how to find out this results on population? Let the population let the population of a town be P now. So instead of present value, now it is P. And this notepad is giving some setting issues. So results on population let the population of a town be P. So instead of present value, you have P here. Now, and suppose it increases at the rate of R% per annum, then first one, population after n years. Okay, so I would have directly given you the formula, but I wanted to explain you the concept, so I explained you the concept also. Would be P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. So this formula is very similar to present value into 1 plus R whole power n. Now this is after n years, and someone asks you population n years ago, that is they're asking you backwards, like before some time. Suppose you have been given a population of this year and they ask you population 5 years ago, so same formula but division comes into picture. So here you are finding out the future value like after n years, and here you are finding out the present value. That means future value is given to you, but you need to find out the present value. In case of finding out the future value, you multiply, you compound. If you want to find out the present value, that is some future value is given to you, you want to find out the present value of today, you discount. So 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. So make a note of these two formulas. We'll go ahead with next two formulas fast. We'll go for the next formula. Next, take the next formula. Now results on depreciation. So what is depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but loss in the value of asset. Okay, suppose you have a machinery which you are using since which you purchased 5 years back. So what do you think, that machinery value will increase or decrease with the passage of time? It will decrease, of course. That is called depreciation. You have a mobile phone you have been using since okay, will you use 10 years back model of mobile phone? No. Why you won't use? Because it has become outdated, it has got depreciated say in 10 years, and its value has become zero, it has become a scrap. So something which you purchase, okay, except land, everything in the world has an expiry date or it depreciates. Okay, so the same concept, but formula differs. So let the present value of a machine be T. Suppose it depreciates at the rate of R% per annum. Then first one, value of the machine after n years is equal to P into 1 minus R by 100 whole power n. And second formula, value of the machine n years ago, P divided by 1 minus R by 100 whole power n. Now you'll ask me a question, sir, why minus? See, depreciation is nothing but not the increase in the value of asset, it is decrease in the value of asset. So instead of adding the rate, we are subtracting that rate. That means something, if you have 100 rupees, if it grows, it will be 1 plus rate. Suppose it is growing by 10%, 0.10, so it becomes 110. But something which is decreasing, 1 minus 0.10, 1 minus 0.10 is 0.90, so it becomes 90. Okay, that means here there is a 10% increase, here there is a 10% decrease. Increase is only in the case of when you earn some returns, decrease is only in the case when there is a depreciation. That means it decreases the value of your asset by 10%. So your asset value has become 90. Okay, that is what you are learning here. But here P into, that means we are finding out the machinery value after n years. Here we are finding out the machinery value as on today or 5 years back's value. Anything is all right. As on today in the sense 5 years future value will be given to you. If today's value you have, you can find out 5 years back value also by this formula. If it comes ago, that means divided. सेव करके पूरा डेटा लेके भेजा मैसेज. Next, now next formula. See, some people are more efficient. Okay, at times you see in your class even some people will be performing better than you. That means those guys will maybe top performers of your class, or they are like highest scorers in your class, or you may be also. I'm not denying the fact that you may not be. So in that perspective, if you have a comparison question, so this formula comes into picture. If A is R% more than B, then B is less than A by R by 100 plus R into 100 the whole percent. If A is R percent more than B, then B is less than A by this much percent. And if A is R percent less than B, then B is more than A by R by 100 minus R into 100 the whole percent. Right on this. Okay, now take the next questions. Now write down. If one variable, this is one more trick. If one variable increases by A by B, the other variable has to decrease by A by A plus B. If one variable decreases by A by B, the other variable has to increase by A by B minus A. Make a note of this. Write down the next formula. Next formula is successive percentage change. In case of two successive changes of A percent and B percent, the net percentage change is equal to A plus B plus AB by 100 the whole percent. Okay, now in this small note, if negative, then net percentage decrease. If negative, then it is net percentage decrease. Put negative sign before A or B in case percentage decrease. So this is the formula. Next formula, percentage more or percentage less if a number A is P% more than B, then A is 1 plus P by 100 times B. This is very silly and simple one, but I am giving as a note. If A is P% less than B, then A is 1 minus P by 100 times B. Right now. And sometimes they'll ask you percentage change. Percentage change formula is equal to current value minus previous value by previous value into 100. Right now. Okay, let's take some questions, and I'm giving you 10 questions. You need to solve and tell me what's the answer. Okay, come on, take this. Okay, questions are written already. I'll just give you, make a note of them. Take these questions. Take these questions fast, fast. You need to solve, okay, within some time. Okay. So if you have taken the screenshots, to solve them, I'm giving you 10 minutes of time. We'll come back and do some tough and good questions.
सर फोर्थ क्वेश्चन क्या है? 2
2 is what percent of 50?
ऊपर
उसके
ए
बाद
भी
थोड़े,
है.
हाँ वो ए, क्वेश्चन नंबर ए है फोर्थ के अंदर में. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन में मैं ई तक दिया तो वो ए वाला है. ठीक है, ये सॉल्व करिए आप लोग. मैं फिर आप लोग को 10 मिनट्स का टाइम देता हूँ, उसके बाद आंसर्स डिस्कस करेंगे. फिर आई विल गिव यू सम 10 क्वेश्चंस, हम वो सॉल्व करेंगे. ठीक है, चलो. ऑल ऑफ यू स्टार्ट ट्राइंग. Okay, I'm giving you 10 minutes time. Fine.